Welcome, 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 everybody. How y'all doing? I appreciate you being here. We are going to, again, I'm not a YouTuber. Y'all know that. I just happen to be here on YouTube. You're on YouTube. We're on YouTube. This is somewhere we can converse, and it's a meeting of the minds of great, wonderful, difficult research in minds. So, Jarrett Brooks, 16 years, and he has been missing for since July 4th, the 4th of July. Ah, I can't even imagine. So I had uploaded a couple overlays. So this is the thumbnail, right? Well, this is the one I put together. He's 16 years old. He was last seen in Joseph City, Arizona, which is near the White Mountains, y'all. You know, if you're with me from the Daybell Vallow case, you know about the White Mountains. That's where they were going to set up camp. But anyways, and that's where Mike Stroud lives. He lives in Eager, Arizona, which is the White Mountains. Last seen in Joseph City, Arizona, at the 4400 block of, get this, Boyce Drive. He was last seen Tuesday, July 4th, 2023 at approximately 6:30 a.m. Now, I've seen some where it said 6:30 p.m. So I'm just hoping either way, he was last seen on this day. He is 6 foot tall. He's a tall fella. Okay. He's 140 pounds. There is an anonymous donor who put up $50,000. I guess I didn't know what to put, but I put reward. It didn't really make it clear, for information leading to Jarrett's whereabouts. He was last seen wearing a black t-shirt with America in all caps written on the front. He had some blue jeans on, some square-toed boots. I like square-toed boots, by the way. I've heard people say he has blonde hair. I'm looking at his pictures right here, and it seems like when it's longer, maybe it's darker, and whenever it's shorter, maybe it's a little blonder. So I went with dirty blonde, brown, his eyes are brown. He had a mullet when he vanished, but he may have had a haircut since. He's a handsome little fella, and he's very friendly. He will talk to anyone, everyone. His family and friends are really worried about him, and they want him home safe. They also, just to hear from him. I don't know where he could come across this live stream right now, and buddy, just know that you are loved, you are needed, you are wanted, and that's all. People do worry. Your parents worry, your family, your brothers and sisters, grandparents, and even total strangers, God's army. We just want to know that you're safe and that you're okay. I mean, if you need anything, reach out to any of us. We will gladly help. Sorry, I just went off on a little tangent there. Okay, now I had read or heard in a story that I'm about to play for you guys that he's the middle child. He's like the middle of 7 children, 6 brothers and sisters. And his family lives near Interstate 40. So he's got really easy access. It's close in vicinity to Interstate 40, which goes all the way across the United States from east to west, west to east. I live on I-10 runs right through mine, so I can kind of understand that. I just hope he's safe. I pray that he is safe and not the kind of safe and happy like Lori says. Sorry, that triggered me for that. If anyone has any information on his whereabouts, please call 911 or call the Navajo County Sheriff's Office, NCSO, at 928-524-4050. And I have all this stuff in my description box underneath this video. They also hired a PI, and the private investigator's business name is Harter Investigations, HARTER Investigations, LLC. His license number is right there, 1757587. His parents' names are Laura and Brian Brooks. So this one, I haven't even seen this one yet. $50,000 reward offered by an anonymous donor for information leading to his safe return to the family. Harder Investigations or law enforcement. He's endangered juvenile. Jarrett Brooks. His date of birth was 12/7/2006. So 6 foot tall, 140. blonde hair, brown eyes, Navajo County Sheriff. Case number 23070135. And I don't know if that number is the same. 480-904-2628 or 911. And then there's this one. This is just a picture of him. And the other one didn't upload. So that's okay. I have it in Canva. So
Brooks' family is a big one. 7 kids, and their middle child is 16-year-old Jarrett Brooks.
Oh, he is so outgoing, caring, loving, the life of the party, the life of the family.
But for the past 26 days, Jarrett has been missing. His parents, Laura and Brian, have not heard from him since the 4th of July.
Unimaginable.
Every minute of every day, you try to find those minutes where you're not thinking about it because they're far and few between.
The Navajo County Sheriff's Office says Jarrett was last seen on Boyce Road in Joseph City around 6:30 in the morning on July 4th, just a few miles from his home. Laura says that morning, Jarrett asked if he was grounded after braking a vehicle he took off-roading when he wasn't supposed to. She told him he was grounded, but didn't think much of it.
This is so uncharacteristic of him that we do question whether or not he's safe.
2 weeks after Jarrett went missing, his family hired James Harder, a private investigator.
We currently have boots on the ground and the White Mountains, and we are running leads at this time. And anytime we get a lead, we don't leave any stone unturned. We work the lead.
An anonymous donor now offering $50,000 for tips leading to Jarrett being found safe. His parents hoping Jarrett is listening tonight.
You didn't be home where you want, where you love. I mean,
you're not in any trouble, bud. Just come home. We love you.
His family is just really wondering what happened to him for the past 4 weeks. If you have any information on where Brooks could be, you can call the sheriff's office or the private investigator, and his number is at the bottom of the screen. Now, if you spot Brooks, Harder asks that you take pictures or video and call right away. Brooks does have a scar on the top of his lip. Reporting live in the newsroom, Casey Torres, Arizona's family.
Yeah, I think that would be really cool. Juniper's tarot and magic. Difficult research. Right here. I'm open. That's how it was with Tylee and JJ when they were missing. I don't care. I don't care where it comes from. I'm listening. I'm checking into everything. That's how I am. But that's me. That's not everybody. But she did what you are talking about the chart, and it is so accurate. Trey says, Juniper, I believe it probably would have been in that area before the family lived in Joseph City. They lived further up, I believe, around the Show Low area. Trace has been following this case really hard. And this is FeshersLive.com. And it says Jarrett Brooks missing. Jarrett Brooks, a 16-year-old from Joseph City, has gone missing and his whereabouts remain unknown. Law enforcement and the community are actively searching for him. All right, Jarrett Brooks is a 16-year-old boy who mysteriously disappeared from the quiet town of Joseph City. It reminds me of Rexburg, how they're like, Eric Grossar said that the only crime they had before Chad and Lori was somebody stole a Taco Bell packet. And I was like, because ever since Chad and Lori happened, we get all the news from East Idaho News and we're like, holy hell, y'all got a lot of crime. Or at least that's what I think. But every crime show I see, everybody always says that doesn't happen here. It doesn't happen here. Guess what? It can happen there. It can happen wherever we are. So Jarrett has now been missing for over a week. Well, this is back then, prompting the Navajo County Sheriff's Office to launch an extensive search effort and appeal to the public for any information that could lead to his whereabouts. Despite the tireless efforts of law enforcement and the organization of search parties by Jarrett's worried family, the situation remains shrouded in uncertainty. The absence of any confirmed sightings or substantial leads has only deepened the growing sense of unease among community members. Each passing day without news of Jarrett's well-being only serves to heighten concerns and heightens the urgency to find him. That bothers me. It reminds me of when Carrie's cousin, Carrie Ann, it bothered me, and it just I snapped, and I just went right into, I don't even know what that was. And everybody in the chat was asking the most amazing questions. That's what I gotta say. We have the best community. In an attempt to mobilize the community, law enforcement officials have been actively seeking the public's assistance, urging anyone with even the slightest piece of information to come forward. It helps. Don't have an institution telling them not to. Flyers with Jarrett's photograph and description have been distributed throughout the town and surrounding areas, hoping to reach as many people as possible and potentially uncover vital clues. The collective hope is that someone somewhere will have seen or heard something that could provide a breakthrough in the investigation. Meanwhile, the community of Joseph City has rallied together, offering support and encouragement to Jarrett's family during this time. Prayer vigils, community meetings, and social media campaigns have been organized to raise awareness about his disappearance and to keep his name and face in the public eye. That is the most important thing. So the most important thing that you can do as a member of this community, first off, subscribe. We can do update. Share it on all your socials. Share it there. Share it with your neighbor. Word of mouth. It really, I witnessed, it's crazy. It's crazy when it goes to the media. Then you're just like, it's like, it's gone, and then you're just like, wow, it's just a blur. So, yeah, kind of having a little flashbacks and stuff right now. Okay. Social media campaigns. The outpouring of solidarity and concern reflects the close-knit nature of this tight-knit community. Where neighbors are like family and every missing person is a loss felt by all. That kind of bothers me. And then, it just seems like he wouldn't be far. As the days turn into weeks, the search for Jarrett Brooks intensifies, driven by the unwavering determination to bring him home safely. The uncertainty surrounding his disappearance continues to cast a somber cloud over Joseph City, reminding everyone of the vulnerability of their own loved ones and the importance of supporting one another in times of crisis. Until answers are found, the community remains united in their efforts, refusing to give up hope and fervently praying for Jarrett's safe return. Jarrett Brooks missing. On the morning of July 4th, 16-year-old Jarrett Brooks was last seen at his residence on Boyce Drive. So that's at 4400 block, Boyce Drive, in Joseph City before vanishing without a trace. Reports from the Navajo County Sheriff's Office suggest that Jarrett may have voluntarily left home. But he's 16. You don't get a voluntary just leave home, young man. Reports from the Navajo County Sheriff's Office suggest that Jarrett may have voluntarily left home, indicating a possible runaway situation. The teenager was dressed in a black t-shirt adorned with the word, quote, America, unquote, across the front, complemented by blue jeans, cowboy boots, and a baseball cap. I read that it was a dark baseball cap. In their desperate quest to locate their missing son, Jarrett's family has been working closely with law enforcement authorities, pooling their efforts to coordinate multiple volunteer search parties. Brian Brooks, Jarrett's father, holds the position of assistant fire chief with the Joseph City Fire District. I wonder if his number is still 911. I'm joking. Okay, I'm sorry. Overwhelmed with concern and anxiety, Brian expressed his frustration regarding the circumstances surrounding Jarrett's sudden disappearance. The sequence of events leading up to Jarrett going missing adds another layer of perplexity to the situation. Apparently, Jarrett had been grounded by his parents on the night preceding his disappearance. Subsequently, on the morning of July 4th, his parents informed him that he would not be permitted to partake in the 4th of July celebration. In response, Jarrett retreated to his room, and regrettably, that was the last time his parents laid eyes on him. Jarrett's unexplained absence has left his family and the entire community of Joseph City deeply unsettled. Their tireless search efforts, joined by law enforcement agencies, illustrate the unwavering determination to locate the young teenager and ensure his well-being. The circumstances surrounding his departure continue to perplex authorities and loved ones alike, who eagerly await any breakthrough that might shed light on Jarrett's current whereabouts. In this time of distress, the Joseph City community remained united in their support for Jarrett's family, offering solace, prayers, and any assistance they can provide. As the investigation into Jarrett's disappearance unfolds, the hope for his safe return remains fervent, while concerns for his welfare grow with each passing day.
This is Jarrett Brooks. He's been missing from Joseph City, Arizona since July 4th, 2023. Jarrett is 16 years old, 6 foot, weighs 140 pounds. brown eyes. Jarrett was last seen around 6:30 a.m. leaving his home in the 4400 block of Boyce Drive in Joseph City, Arizona. Jarrett was last seen wearing a black t-shirt with America written across the front of it in all capital letters, blue jeans, cowboy boots, and a baseball cap. There is a reward being offered for information that leads to Jarrett's safe return, and there's also a Facebook group, search for Jarrett Brooks, if you'd like to know more or keep up with Jarrett's case. If anyone has any information on Jarrett's whereabouts or you see him, please call 911 or the Navajo County Sheriff's Office Dispatch Center at 928-524-4050.
Yes, thank you, Beach Bum, for saying that. Thank you all for being here. Please share this anywhere you can. Thank you again.